Hello Capricorn, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your monthly read for the month of November 2019 for all Capricorns that are watching this anyway. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. But this is what I'm picking up for all of you that's watching this. I've picked a card out. This is the overriding energy for your month. Wow, it's joy. How awesome is that, Capricorn? You've got a great month to look forward to. Let's have a look what card Baron Reed says about this card. This marks the time for celebration, for this portends the joyous completion of a project, the attainment of a goal, or the end of a long and arduous journey. Not too arduous, I hope, Capricorn. When you're thirsty, this marker promises that you'll find a well. When you're cold, a blanket. When you're hungry, nourishment. Joy also has another aspect, for not only does it celebrate receiving blessings from the fruits of actual labor, but it's also about the sharing of it. Joy celebrates itself. Its very essence radiates beauty and well-being. Like the spring sun breaking through after a long and gloomy winter, joy reminds us to be grateful for all the gifts of life. Joy bestows the blessings of happiness. You truly have a reason to smile when this marker appears on your path. So that's an awesome overriding energy for this month for you, Capricorn. What I was also picking up from that too is that joy often comes from sharing. It's like when we're manifesting things. So this is the card of manifestation, right? When we're manifesting things, it's great and everything. We can have little celebrations within ourselves. But when we share that with other people, if we're celebrating with other people, if we're co-creating with other people and we're sharing those wins, it's even more powerful. We feel even more joy. And so the joy from the manifestation is best shared. Just keep that in mind, Capricorn. So I'm going to go into the energies for your month, Capricorn, for the beginning, the middle, and the end. And so not fixed dates within that. It's just like generally, maybe it's 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, but who knows? It might be different for you. So the beginning of the month, what have we got for Capricorn? Okay, so warmth and love what is. So this is loving your path, loving your journey. So it is really sitting back and seeing the joy, seeing the manifestations that you've had and appreciating them, noticing them and appreciating them. It's not like striving for the next step. It's not constantly going for that next step or that next manifestation. It's like enjoying the manifestations that you've had, being warm to them, loving your path. Even if things haven't turned out the way that you wanted them to be, even if you haven't got everything that you expected, enjoy the manifestations that you have had and love what is, because you're on this journey, you're on the path, and so be warm to that. That warmth card, it's about those warm and fuzzy feelings that we have. Try and have that about yourself and your path, and things will get much more joyous for you, Capricorn. Right, and so at the beginning of the month, we've also got willingness and expansion for Capricorn. So you've got to be willing to grow. You've got to be willing for things in your life to grow. And what that means is you might be asking for growth, but then you might not be willing to do what it takes for that growth. For example, you might say, if you've got your own business like I have, you might want growth in it. You might want it to get more successful. You might want your business to make more money, but then you might not be willing to do the work that it takes. So for me, you know, I might want business success, but then I don't want to actually do the readings, which isn't true. But this is what it's saying. It's like, whatever you're asking for, you've got to be willing to do it. So just make sure that you are willing to do the work that it takes to get that expansion, because we always need to take action. You can't just like imagine something and then it just be delivered to you without any action on your part. And the action on your part, it's twofold. It's the inner action, so it's like belief changes, mindset changes, that inner game, maybe becoming more confident or more of who you are, shining your light brightly, being more authentic in who you are. That's the inner game, right? And then you've got the external, it's the actions that you take too. So you've got to do a balance of both of those to manifest anything. And so being willing to expand, it's being willing to do that inner work, and it's also being willing to take the action too. So just make sure that the growth that you're asking for, Capricorn, you're willing to do what it takes to get there. What else have we got for the beginning of the month for Capricorn? Okay, now this is quite clear to me, the message that's contained in this. You've got communication coming in, you've got, is this thought useful? And what I heard when I picked these cards out is it's okay to say no to what shows up. you know, when we ask for something, and so say if you're asking for a new relationship, right, and then all these people start showing up and asking you out on dates, and you've got to know who to say no to. You don't just say yes to the first person that comes along, right? You pick and choose. You pick who you're attracted to or whatever. And this is the same thing too. You've asked for something and it's like communication comes in, but is it right for you? Is it what you really want? Because you know what, sometimes the universe is saying, you ask for something and then it puts something in front of you. It's like, first of all, it's like, do you want more of the same of what you've had? And some people say yes to that. Some people don't realize it's the same energy of what they've had. If you say no to it, then the universe goes, well, what about this? It's a little bit better. It's a little bit more of what you asked for. Do you want this? And then you say, no, I want what I want. I know what it is that I want, and I know what I want. If you keep on saying no, then the universe comes up with what you actually want, right? It's like a test to see if you're serious. It's not really a test. It's just like the energies that you've got going on. You've got a bit of your past energy, a bit of what you're asking for, a bit of disbelief about what you're asking for. And then you've also, within your energy, you've got a clear vision of what it is that you really want, right? So you've got that mix of energies. And so that mix of energies manifests into a mix of things showing up for you. So it's okay to say no to what is right for you, what isn't right for you, and to wait for what it is that that you really want to come in, right? You don't need to say yes to everything. If you say yes to everything, you'll just be kind of battered around by life. You're just going to manifest random things. You don't want that, Capricorn. You want to like co-create your life with the universe, not say yes to everything. Pick and choose wisely. Like you're at a buffet, the universe is serving up all these dishes, but you don't just take the first dish, you know, at the start of the table on that buffet and load your plate up with that. You pick and choose. You might taste things along the way, and you make clear choices based on what you want, Capricorn. Yeah. So be discerning of what you say yes to at the beginning of November. Capricorn, what have you got going on in the middle of the month? You've got time alone and one step at a time. Slow progression, slow and steady wins the race. You've got to build up foundations, especially when you're going for change. So you've got that willingness to expand at the beginning of the month. You're willing to do what it takes. You've decided what you want. You're willing to do what it takes. This is saying like, oh, slow down, take time by yourself, get really clear on your own energy. Do that inner work that I told you about. Not just the outer work, the inner work too. And the outer work can come one step at a time. So remember, it's like you do the inner work, you change your belief, or you change your mindset, and then you take a bit of action. You take that one step of action, and then maybe you're more of your authentic self. You're putting yourself out there more, and then you take the action, right? So it's step by step like that. You don't need to do one or the other. People that do all action and don't change themselves and don't do the inner work, they don't get good results from that. Those that do all of the inner work but never take action, they don't get results from that. It's about doing this, working on both, working on your whole self. And so middle of the month, Capricorn, you've got time alone to really, it's your inner game. It's your inner game this month, Capricorn, for all of it. It's not action yet. Maybe at the end of the month we'll see those action cards coming out. But allow the middle of the month to be time alone. Sure, you're still taking action, but one step at a time. And it could be the inner work that's one step at a time at the moment, I'm hearing. Taking time alone is great because you get to your own energy. So you're not pleasing other people or doing what they want you to do, or even just like picking up on their energy and their thoughts. Spending time alone gets you really clear on your own energy, what it is that you want in your life, Capricorn. So the middle of the month, you've also got what you resist, persist, and own your idea. What did I just say? That time alone, it's about getting to your own energy, yeah, and not resisting what it is that you want from life, not doing what other people want you to do. It's about owning your idea. So don't resist owning your ideas. So this, you might have had an idea that's never been done before. You know, you might want to create a new job for yourself, or go for like the kind of relationship that would be right for you. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, that growth that you want and that expansion that you want, Capricorn, it might be something that's new for you, and you might never have experienced or witnessed anyone else having something similar than that, but that's okay. And it's okay if other people don't want it for you too. Still own your idea. Don't resist owning your idea just because you don't have validation from the external world. Because you know what, when when you're holding that idea in yourself and you're moving forward with it anyway, then you're going to get the external validation. You need to hold it within yourself first before you start attracting people around you that are going to say yes to it too, that are going to agree with you too. Important for you in the middle of the month, Capricorn. Right. So just going back to the joy card, the overriding energy is joy. I was saying, I was picking up on that it's about sharing your wins with other people and co-creating, whereas you've got this time alone in the middle of the month. So a little bit contradictory, but if you can find the joy in being by yourself and doing that inner work, then that's where you can find the joy there. Right, and in the middle of the month too, you've got this time alone and owning your ideas. And it's also being supportive of yourself and your creativity, right? And so this Be Supportive card comes out when it's not the Get Support card, it's the Be Supportive card. But I'm not hearing that it's being supportive of other people, because you've got this very internal, it's all about you in the middle of the month, you know? Spending time by yourself. So it's about supporting yourself and your creativity. And so maybe you can do a course or learn something, and you know, maybe you can use this time by yourself wisely to support yourself and learn something. I'm hearing learning something, so your creativity can be taken to the next level. Cool. What have you got going on for the end of the month, Capricorn? So remember, the overriding energy is joy. So it might seem like this is not an amazing reading, but your overriding energy is joy. And so this is just the fine tuning, these energies that I'm picking out. Be at peace with being vulnerable. Now, you've been willing to expand. You've taken that time alone. Toward the end of the month, you might be putting yourself out there more, and that might make you feel vulnerable, especially if you're starting to take action on these ideas that you've had that people haven't done before, or there's nobody around you that's supporting you in that. You're in the middle of the month, you've been taking that action to support yourself within that. But then putting yourself out there, you're going to feel vulnerable, and that's okay. Just be at peace with that. You're going to feel vulnerable because people are going to have, it's like anything. You've just had birth a new baby. You've just created a new business. You've just started a new YouTube channel. You're going to feel vulnerable when you're starting things off like that, when you're creating something. Just be at peace with that. It's okay. People have, emotional reactions. Be okay with that. Your emotional reaction to it is more important than anyone else's, Capricorn. Right. However, your emotional reaction is more important than anyone else's. However, listen to the guidance of the reflections, the mirror reflections that you get back in life. And so what I mean by that is, if you're putting yourself out there doing this new thing, or maybe you're just implementing this new idea that you've had and telling people about it, and then people criticize you for that or criticize the idea, just listen to that, because it's mostly about them and their reactions to it, but part of it could be for you. And so it could be that they're reflecting back to you some doubts or insecurities that you have about it. And so listen to their reactions, because there's a part of it that you believe the same as them, and just get the guidance from that, and then sort it out within yourself. So do that inner work within yourself to sort that out, Capricorn. Toward the end of the month, what have you got going on? And then we bring it back to the joy. So waking up to new joys within your life. And so it's like you've had this new idea, right, that you're acting on, you're moving forward with it, and it's right for you. It might not be right for anyone else around you, but it's right for you. And this is waking you up to joy, to new things in your life, new feelings of joy, like joy on a greater level. So it could be this co-creation that I was hearing with this joy card. Isn't that cool that you get the joy? You get the joy. They're both green as well. Joy's green, apparently. So waking up new joy within yourself. So things that you haven't felt before, things that you're opening up within yourself and making you feel great about yourself at the end of the month, Capricorn. That's awesome. I love that. If you'd like a private reading with me, Capricorn, then there's a link up there or around there to book in for one of those. I get those out within 24 hours to you. and that's 3 pages of guidance, so you can double it, more than double it, and get 7 pages if you want. So that's your month ahead for November 2019. I hope it's an amazing, joyful month for you. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I also do daily reads, weekly reads, full moon, new moon, soulmate reads, all kinds of things. So you can check all of those out on my YouTube channel too, and all of your other videos. There should be a link to that playlist as well for all the Capricorn readings that I've done popping up. You can check those out too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.